Hey guys, it's me. Um, I know I'm looking pretty rough. This is the basic me. That's just the way it goes on a day when I don't put on makeup. I mean, I am 52. I'm going to look this way. And tomorrow, I'm glad to say, I'm treating myself to getting my hair colored. I mean, and more than one color. Not like in the box when I do it myself, which is all I really have ever done. And my hair is naturally blonde. It's so white in the front and anyway, it's all part of my thing about not feeling good about how I'm looking right now. I'm having a little body dysmorphia, dysfunction. Some of it's my age, some of it's just, this. It looks pretty good if you put on some makeup and stand in the right light, but the hair definitely is making me look old. And I cut it myself too, and I'm going to let this lady cut it. She's good. She's at a professional kind of salon, and some days of the week she does it in her home, and you save some money. So that's where I'm going. Anyway, I wanted to say that I've been having a little body dysmorphia issue, and I think it's important that this subject get brought up. You should all know by now that I've lost almost 100 pounds, and I'm very close to the weight that I said earlier in many, many, many videos. I may not know what my goal is, but I sure don't want to be 147, because I was 147 before, and I was bony thin, and I didn't look hell, and I didn't look well, and I looked cancerous. Okay, so that was 20 years ago when had a little less draggy, saggy everywhere else. And now I look old and spindly and cancerous. And I'm having a little issue because I know you guys cannot see this, but I promise if the light was good, you could see my ribs right here. And there were images in my mind of just a wire coat hanger with a floppy shirt on it. That's the way I would see myself when I looked in the mirror. I mean, my bottom half is still there. Granted, it's a size 8, which I still can't figure out how I can be a size 8 and still have, big thighs and whatever. But that's not the issue. The issue is I had to really figure out what to do about feeling better about the way my upper body looked, because there are times that I mean, it's so funny because you work so hard to lose the weight, but you have to accept where your body's going to lose it. That's a big part of it, and I've talked about it before. You've got to say, okay, I'm going to lose this 100 pounds. That doesn't mean I get to pick and choose where that 100 pounds comes off. And I knew it was always going to be bottom heavy, and I don't even mind that. I just wish I could keep a little up here so that I don't look so strange. Okay, I've said that. And I know you guys say I look great, and God knows I don't know how you say that today because I don't look great. But anyway, that's not the point. I know I can look great when I stop and put on the makeup and the whole thing. But what I figured out, a couple things after struggling with this issue this week, was that the pictures that made me, I saw some photographs of myself. It wasn't just in the mirror as much, it's the photographs that somebody else took of me. It really threw me for a loop, and I took a couple were taken on my vacation, and I stopped to think, what is it about those pictures that makes me feel so bad about myself, and that I look really spindly, like an old lady. And I realized two of the pictures, the thing they had in common was the same shirt. The same shirt, which I bought probably 2 sizes too big, but I bought it because it was the only shirt I found in the same color tone that matched a pair of capris I bought. And I had to have it because it matched the capris, and it was a hard color to match. Never thinking anything more about it. Now, because I wore that, and the pictures make me look awful. I look like I'm a hunched up old lady with these gapingly big clothes, And, or from my back, you see my backbone, shoulder bone sticking out in my shirt, and that makes me feel awful. And so I decided that, and then I purposely dressed up yesterday, Monday, to go somewhere. I said, you've got these great racer back dresses that you bought with the open back and all this. You've got big shoulders, I put that on and I felt fabulous. I felt dynamic. I felt alive. I felt great. And I realized that was the problem. The problem is making different choices for my clothing now. And it's funny because you buy and you buy and you buy trying to keep up with your shifting weight, and you just start to love a pair of capris, and then they're too big. Well, I can get away with slapping on some capris that are too big, but if you wear a shirt that's too big, it does make me look sickly. And so I think that's something we need to keep in mind. I also used to wear different clothing to the gym, and I realized that I hadn't been to the gym in a month and a half due to vacation and company. And I went to the thrift store and found the whole rack of women's exercise clothes with the spandex in them and the thing. And so I bought myself several pairs of those things because it was dirt cheap. And that makes me feel, that's helping me here transition to the normal person. This is what normal people wear. They don't wear these big floppy yoga pants to everything they do. And my yoga pants were all too big and all fell down. So I had to buy something new anyway. So now I've bought things that are much more fitted and kind of like that elasticy stuff, which for me not to wear a compression garment under my exercise clothes is a big step for me, because I don't like to see bumps and lumps. I like everything to have a nice clean silhouette. And I didn't do that. So I'm going to the gym au naturel with those stretchy lycra exercise bottoms, which I'm sure are semi-compression garments anyway. So when I did that, I felt so much better that I could find quickly and identify the source of the dysmorphia issue that was triggering that response in me. The other thing I found was at the gym yesterday. See, when you wear, like, here's my little short-alls but you can see in the light, and I even talked to the gym lady about this. Do you see my ribs? I mean, I never have had any. But because I have no fat here and I never really have, my ribs, I mean, I'm putting my fingers in between my ribs, folks. That does not look robust and healthy like you want to look. But the lady yesterday explained to me that in the muscle things that I'm doing, you can build up muscle right here, and she showed me how to do that so that would kind of cover those ribs. And so that gave me hope. She gave me some tool, some avenue to go towards to try to beef up this flat area. Not that I want it to be rippled with muscle, but something to cover these bones up when I stand, like that. Or that's when people think I look emaciated and they say things to me because they see this. And you know what? Other than that, it's so funny for the first time in my life to be more bothered by skinny portions and what people might see and what I see than my saddlebags. There is some definitely big shifts going on in my psyche. My saddlebags are still there, but they don't bother me. As a matter of fact, I'm just grateful to have a little fat on my lower half because I have none here. Okay, so anyway, I had my little crises and I've solved it, and I think it's just part of the process. The other part is just feeling better altogether and transitioning into taking better care of myself. I'm back at the gym. I'm looking at other gym routines and possibilities for when my membership's up. I guess that's it. I'm going to try to dress from now on in ways that accentuate my best parts, which are different than my best parts were before. And I think I need to stop and really take an assessment of my best parts. And I think one of my best parts is my shoulders. I have very broad shoulders, and even though I don't want to look muscle bound, I have definition just from those 2 days, 1 day of going back to body pump. Now granted, this will all go, but I have definition in my arms. Look at that. And that makes me feel healthy. I don't want to be muscle bound, but it's nice to have a little tone. So if I can, try to think about the positive things that I have to show off or dress to, I feel healthy and almost athletic looking. Oh, that's a stretch for me to say. When I wear things like this that show my shoulders, I feel younger and healthier, even though then I look at this and I go, what? Anyway, I guess that's it. I know there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't think of what it is right now. But body dysmorphia is an issue. I think everybody needs to be aware. You can't pick and choose. When that weight comes off, it's coming off where it's going to come off, and we better start adjusting mentally, saying better that than nothing. Better that than morbidly obese. Better that than something else. It's not just about the sagging skin. It's about shifting your whole mental concept of yourself. And I think there's stages, and I think we have to work through them. And I guess that's it. I'll see you guys later.